when the bonuses for AIG were announced, we were told that $450 million was just a drop in the bucket. But we knew that it was just the tip of the iceberg. The private investment program that Timothy Geithner has designed, the banks that we own, they won't take part in it until their bonuses are guaranteed. Now that's our money. And they're not doing that for the health of the bank. They're not doing that for the health of the stockholders. And they're sure not doing that for the health of the economy. They're doing that for themselves. Back during the mortgage boom, countrywide mortgage lenders, as many people know, were some of the biggest thieves out there. And they made a practice of making loans to people that they knew couldn't pay it back. And then they'd offload those loans as quickly as possible and pay all the money that they made out the door to their executives. Stanford Perlin was the head of Countrywide then. He made $200 million at Countrywide. And then he left. And what's he doing now? He's buying up toxic mortgages at 30 cents on the dollar in programs like the one Timothy Geithner is getting ready to fund to the tune of $1 trillion. So the same people who stole on the front end are stealing on the back end. And it's not right, and it's not going to solve our problems, and it's not going to lead to the recovery of the 13.2 million jobs of people who are unemployed right now. I want to tell you the story of a woman.
That's Jane Hamsher from FireDogLake.com.
She's unemployed. She lost her job last December, and she can't afford to get her radiation therapy that she needs because she has cancer, because she lost her job. We're going to pay banks $1 trillion to take these bad bets off of their books. And we can't give Denise Crawford health care so she can be treated for cancer. What's wrong with that?
Everything.
It sucks.
Everything. We need to bet on Denise.
We need to bet on Denise because Denise is our future and the children are our future and not these bankers who have decided that the price for their cooperation in repairing our economic system that they're going to hold hostage is their giant bonuses. Because as far as they're concerned, it's all about them continuing to get rich. And it's not right. There are going to be teabag protests on Tuesday, financed by Fox News, but I hope everybody knows what those are. That's phony populism. It's people on the conservative end who are just pissed off because they're not the ones stealing right now.
Yes! Tell it like it is.
They want to blame Maxine Waters and the CRA and people in minority communities for taking out subprime loans as if that's the problem. We know that's not the problem. We know that subprime mortgages got offered in the early 2000s because George Bush and Democrats in Congress conspired to take away predatory lending loans, and the banks consciously made the decision to lend to people that they couldn't afford to repay, and also to falsify those mortgage documents. It was the decision of the banks to then take that money and leverage it and create these financial products for these banks that are now too big to fail. Well, you know what? There's no such thing as too big to fail because these banks are failing. And they're pulling us down with them. And it's time to stop.
All right. Tell it like it is, Jane. Woo!
Right now, Jamie Dimon, who is the head of J.P. Morgan, is trying to bankrupt Chrysler because they own Chrysler's debt, and they think that they can get more money from bankrupting Chrysler than they could by agreeing to write down their loans so that 300,000 people can keep their jobs. Jamie and insurance, that's right. Jamie Dimon made $19 million last year. But he wants to pay back the loans that they got from TARP so that the executives again can what? Keep their bonuses. So he's willing 1,000 people out of work. Even though J.P. Morgan would be a smoking hole right now if they hadn't gotten government money themselves.
Darn right.
So what we're asking people to do is take your money out of the too-big-to-fail banks
I already did.
and put it in the local credit unions and the local banks that care about you and that care about their communities, and don't just think that it's something that you and your money are something that falls to their bottom line.
Tell it like it is, Jane.
I want to thank everybody for coming out here today, and I want to introduce a fabulous progressive hero, Bill Grider.
All right. Bill Ryder coming up to speak.